Instacart is now worth $39 billion after a new funding round. And guys, that makes it the second most valuable U.S. unicorn behind Elon Musk's SpaceX. Now, it is also the second time since the pandemic began that the startup has seen its valuation double. It's also the third deal in just 1 year. Now, with this latest round, Instacart has raised $265 million from existing investors, including traditional VCs, Andreessen and Sequoia, as well as institutional investors, Fidelity and T. Rowe Price. Now, we spoke with Instacart founder and CEO Apoorva Mehta earlier this year, and he said that he expects demand to continue to be strong, even as the economy reopens. Have a listen.
A big habit change that has happened, for customers. And there's going to be a lot of activities that we'll want to do after the pandemic is over, after everyone is vaccinated. But there are a lot of customers who are realizing that this is a chore in their life that they would rather, be able to do just with a couple taps on their smartphone.
Now, we talked about Zoom earlier and how it is showing investors that it can keep growing in a post-pandemic hybrid world. And guys, in a similar way, Instacart is also trying to show that to investors by diversifying, by expanding beyond grocery delivery into areas like enterprise and advertising. So the startup, it is expected to IPO this year. We will see if that storyline resonates with public market investors as well, and if it can convince them that it does have this really rich post-pandemic life also.
You know, Dee, even as you're talking, there's a story crossing the wires about Uber spinning off a robotic unit of Postmates as they obviously have commitments to get to profitability. I just wonder how you think the profitability picture and thought process is changing at all of these companies that are in delivery.
It's a good question. And what we're seeing within that gig economy are pretty different results. I mean, Uber is still so unprofitable. They're aiming for adjusted EBITDA profitability this year. But you know what? DoorDash has already shown us something a lot closer to that, and its valuation reflects that. So it will be really interesting to see what we get from Instacart. Will it be more like an Uber with billions of dollars in losses? Or is it getting closer to that profitability metric? I do think that one thing investors are really going to have to keep an eye on is that enterprise and advertising business, which are higher margin. Because when you think about groceries, right, very low margin, but that's not what Instacart is doing. And they've said that they would not go into that space. Delivery, that three-sided marketplace can be unprofitable, but those enterprise and advertising businesses can be extremely profitable. So we'll see how that all shakes up. But clearly, private market investors are seeing something that they like because $39 billion valuation. I mean, John, it feels like not long ago I was talking about this company at a below $10 billion valuation.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.